in the next 5 years, we are going to see him make every effort to prepare and to install his son as the next president of our country.
Sad.
He's going to do this in many ways. One, handing him his party, the National Resistance Movement. He has enough sycophants and hungry people on the gravy train who will allow that. Then he will do changes in the military so that that man who is incompetent, whom we know is a loose cannon, threatens other countries, abducts citizens, tortures, and is proud, has promised to hang Besigye and has named where he's going to hang him. This is the kind of man he wants to lead our national army.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of the America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live. Now, I'm still fighting, having this fight with my voice, and I believe it's going to be fine. I've been trying to take medication, and I should be okay. I think within a few hours or just a day. So, like I said last week, let's fight our way through this. If you hear me sounding hoarse, just know that's the problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bobi Wine still remains in hiding following threats from our commander of the Defense Forces, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Tonight, I wanted to show you more videos that are on internet that show how the election was rigged in Uganda. But not only that, I want to show you a few videos of what the Museveni regime is planning. We recently had Winnie Byanyima who came out and told us what they're doing and, you know, why they're doing whatever they're doing. So let's go and listen to when Bobi Wine was interviewed on Al Jazeera about this situation. He was asked that he could find himself in prison, in exile and stuff like that. How prepared is his mind? Let's go into the psychology of Bobi Wine. Listen here.
You could be the president of Uganda, but you could also be in jail. You could be in exile, or it could be worse.
Yeah, I know that every day that I live it as if it's my last day. Every time I leave home, my little daughter hugs me and makes me promise 100 times that I will come back home. I always want to go back home. I have a little beautiful family. I have a young beautiful wife, and we always promise each other that we'll work so hard in our youthful days and retire early and enjoy our lives. I want to live peacefully like any other Ugandan. But
to put this in context, you have to realize this interview is 5 or 6 years ago. He says, I want to go home. He finds himself in the same situation. He's running away from home. Not because he wants to, but because he's been forced to run away from home. And what is his crime? Running against the Museveni criminal syndicate that continues to portray itself as this law-abiding, law enforcers of our country. They are lawless. Look, I've never understood. If you're going to act as this tyrant or dictator, please be that. You don't have to try to be good and organize elections, stuff like that. Just rule by decree. Announce a military state. Why do you want to portray yourself to us as someone who cares about democracy or the constitution or the rule of law, yet you don't? It really shows that in you're not as this tough as you want to, for us to look at you, because you would just be like, okay, let me show you how tough I am. But if you can't be tough and at the same time organize elections, come on. But I digress.
this is very important because it is not life if one is not living free. So I know the stakes are high. I know the regime is bent at nothing to keep power, even eliminating people like myself. And I know, I've been told before, that there's a very big target on my life. I know that is there, but I also know that it is worth it to fight for freedom even at the point of death. I've said it before and I'll say it again, that we shall continue to fight legally and constitutionally for our freedom, and if need be, we shall die fighting for our freedom.
Amazing.
Bobi Wine, thank you for talking to Al Jazeera.
Incredible. Incredible. He knows that he's fighting against a regime that was established through bloodshed, a regime that continues to consolidate power through coercion, manipulation, corruption and bribery, intimidation, propaganda, to mention but a few. A regime that has pretty much taken over all institutions in our country. But what keeps him going? It is because he knows that deep down in so many hearts of the Ugandan people, it is the cry for freedom. And one of us has got to sacrifice himself. So that's why you see all these things happening to him. Now, before I show you these videos that show election rigging that we had in Uganda, allow me play this video of Winnie Byanyima told us, why they're doing what they're doing.
And basically opposes. And that is to extend his dictatorship through his son.
That's what Mr. wants.
After this election, in the next 5 years, we are going to see him make every effort to prepare and to install his son as the next president of our country.
Sorry.
He's going to do this in many ways. One, handing him his party, the National Resistance Movement. He has enough sycophants and hungry people on the gravy train who will allow that. Then he will do changes in the military so that that man who is incompetent, whom we know is a loose cannon, threatens other countries, abducts citizens, tortures, and is proud, has promised to hang Besigye and has named where he's going to hang him. This is the kind of man he wants to lead our national army.
But that's one thing I really do not understand. Well, I know there's one thing for sure, to be afraid to lose your life if you stand against Muhoozi. But one thing I don't really understand, why would you continue serving under a man like him? Is it desire for proximity to power? Is it money? Is it influence and fame? What is it? I cannot be led by Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Now, I know you're going to look at me and be like, hey, Mordecai, you're just prideful. So be it. If really pride is a thing that won't let me serve under a man who orders the abduction of people, tortures them, gloats about the same on social media, if that's really pride, I want more of that. That's my question. Why would people, more especially folks who have really had creme de la creme of military training, who have gone to the best schools in the world, military schools, why would they allow Muhoozi Kainerugaba to demonize a very sensitive institution like the military in Uganda? Why would he abuse office? Why would they be okay? The military, all I've known about the army when I was a kid is discipline and order. Then how do they allow this man to lead them, to give them, to put the image and the position of our military in jeopardy? Like, he wakes up one day and says, oh, I'm going to be attacking Kenya. That's putting our men and women in uniform in jeopardy. I gave an example when I first made these comments. I said, suppose Muhoozi is using his social media platforms and people just take whatever he posts as just mere jokes. What if he says, okay, in 2 weeks I'm going to be attacking Kenya, and you have our folks in Somalia who are working with Kenyans under AMISOM, only to land on a tweet and be like, oh, we're going to be abducted, we're going to be raided or attacked by Uganda military. Don't you know that they would probably immediately turn against our folks in Somalia? These are very sensitive things that he says, but he doesn't really care at all. But some people are okay being led. And I know, of course, I truly understand that those, like she said, minions and lackeys, obsequious foot soldiers, those that care about money and proximity to power, the likes of Andrew Mwenda and Frank Gashumba and a myriad of others who don't have values, who don't stand on any principles at all. I know there's a cadre of those people. But how about those that are reasonable, those that believe in the principles of the military, those that continue to respect the education background they have, those that serve the country as patriots? Are they okay with a military commander who says, I've killed this number of people, I want to kill more, I feel like I want to kill? Who says that? Who uses that language? Are they okay? I don't know.
So he will make changes there to give him the control. And he's likely also to go to his parliament with his speaker, who is a Mabati thief.
Mabati thief means a thief of iron sheets. And this tells you the level of corruption, bribery, and thievery we have in our government. There were iron sheets allocated to the poor communities in Karamoja. People who can hardly have 3 meals a day. The government was like, okay, we're going to send some iron sheets that could be used by these people to construct basic, housing units, only to be stolen by folks who are paid huge sums of money, millions and millions and millions of money. Oh, my Lord. The level of the bottomless pit of thievery of these people is unimaginable.
Who has no integrity to possibly make some changes in the constitution to ensure that he and his son continue to lead this country the way they want, without law, without any basis in law or the constitution, by force. That is the plan.
That's the plan.
That is the plan Besigye opposes. That is why he wants to slowly kill him in jail.
Yeah, that's the plan that the vast majority of Ugandans, just like Besigye, opposes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, more proof of the election rigging. It's funny, the Electoral Commission is not coming out to give comments about what we see. Absolutely not. The Electoral Commission is not denying these videos. They're just on social media as we look at this. The confidence is just ticking. And behind him, you see a police officer who's supposed to keep law and order. He's pretty much protecting or giving security to abuse law and create disorder. The gentleman says, tick all of them. You see, he's taking the photo close to a yellow bus, which is Museveni's NRM party. Bona bari kuburundana. They're collecting all of them. You see that. Then I will show you another one more clip. I think 2 more clips that I saw on social media that was posted by Simon Kagwanjal, and this one was posted by both former colleagues of mine. This is Josephine Namakumbi of NBS. Watch here. the policeman is there as these people are ballot staffing. Blatantly, in broad daylight. What you see, ladies and gentlemen, it is a broken system. Nobody can trust this. And this is why I've seen a number of people say, we need a reboot of sorts. We need to sort of start from scratch, rebuild from ground zero. This is a broken country. Broken. That people are able to do this in broad daylight, unafraid of even being videotaped. They're not even bothered. After all, they're being provided security by a police officer who's supposed to make sure that this doesn't happen, because they've understood the systematic psychological conclusion of this. A policeman who does this is promoted. They're given no ranks. So they know that what's the logical conclusion of me being the man who provides security for election rigging through ballot staffing, pre-ticking and stuff like that. Oh, it is promotion. It is more money. A broken, sick country. I'll show you another video. I think this one was posted by Nicholas Opio. I want you to watch this. Watch. Oh, jeez. So this man, Salim, came with his probably soldiers, might be security, his own security, and what they are doing. And again, I wanted to show you here, there's a police officer. This man is a police officer. In everything they do, there's a security personnel. There's at least someone who's supposed to keep law and order, to protect people and their property, at least a military officer. They don't care. My God. Watch. Jeez. Oh my Lord. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this chaos. I mean, the level of stupidity here is almost endearing. If it wasn't for the dirt, for the evil that comes with it. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I'm laughing not because these things are funny, but because, like I've always said, what's the opposite of crying? Sorry, of laughing, it's crying. I don't want to cry for you here. Look at that man. Oh my Lord. He's taking ballots, being provided security.
Kugambye ne luli era kibali baagala okukola kakiseka.
See, he's done. And he's asking.
Ndowooza omulira bwabuuza ne waateeka.
Look at him. He brings them, all of them in there. And then he runs away. It is sad. This is the longer video. You can go on and watch it from Nicholas Opio's Twitter account. I don't know what to think. And I know so many folks are going to be like, hey, Monica, we told you shouldn't go into an election. What did you expect? Look, I'm a hope-driven man. I believe even in situations where all odds against somebody, things can always turn. Because I've lived that kind of life. I've seen when all odds were against me, only to change it be in favor of me. So I believed, and I still believe, that we can use an election to bring about change. How? That question can be answered by you and I. You know, if you blame me for believing in a process that you do not, you should be in position to provide an alternative and show me how it has worked. That sounds a little personal there. All right, what do you think, please, ladies and gentlemen? Go on and write in the comment section about this shamelessness from the Museveni regime and what's going to happen to Bobi Wine. I don't know. Many people are suggesting that Bobi Wine should be flying out of the country until the storm settles. I don't see him doing that, but I don't know. They're hunting him down, the raid at his house and the abuse to his wife recently already point us to one direction. These folks, looks like they're wanting to have Bobi Wine to sit him on a table and talk on what do you want so that you leave us to plunder your nation. It's sad. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm still waiting to see the direction of our leader, Chagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, alias Bobi Wine. All right, my name is Mordecai Murisa. I'm glad to be back. I'll try to take my medication to make sure that I treat this funny voice of mine. Until I see you again, please keep around. Bye-bye for now.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.